He watched Wolf of Wall Street when he was like 16. And from the second he watched it, he was like, I want to be a trader. Like, it was just, boom, I want that lifestyle. I want to be that. And I think through like his own research, he ended up finding like forex, but he had to be 18 to trade. So he like had to wait around, turned 18. And then he joined loads of these groups that essentially are kind of like, hey, sign up with our broker. We're going to send 50 signals a day for you to place. Whether they win, whether they lose, we don't give a shit. You're just making us rebate every time you place a trade. And he blew multiple accounts from that. They didn't teach him anything. He was neglected. And then eventually he kind of started to watch YouTube videos and start to learn and learn and learn. And, you know, it stemmed from there. But him and Reese have a very similar story where they were just in these like scammy groups that are just trying to make you follow signals for commission and rebate.
Yeah.
Which it's horrible that the industry has such a dark side to it or bad light on it.
Yeah, and it's also a very prominent side because everywhere you go, like it's on YouTube or Reddit or other social media, you will always have these people that are trying to advertise signals or promoting like an exuberant lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's probably fake if you really get to know those people.
Right.
Because the real traders that earn their money well, they don't fuck around like that, you know?
Yeah, they don't flash it off like that. Like, and that's how you know, because a real trader will keep their money in their account for compound interest. Because now, if they withdraw 500,000, they've just set themselves back again. I only knew forex was a thing through Luke, and he kind of, I guess, sheltered me from all of the bullshit side. So I had no idea that side existed because I was just taught kind of...
You're lucky.
Yeah, I was kind of just taught the right... I've never blown an account. Maximum drawdown I've ever had at any given point is maybe 10%.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That shows great restraint.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to, blow an account. And mostly it's because you stray away from what you actually have been taught.
Yeah.
Like quite a while by you guys, but in that time I tried all different things just to see for myself what it's all about, like trading with high leverage.
Yeah.
I'm still the client with Axie.
Okay.
I have like a 130 leverage there. Yeah, and you feel there is some restriction there.
Yeah.
130 is okay, but like 1 to hundreds would be better. So you trying to circumvent those regulations by going to the offshore brokers, and you encountered, I think the first broker before you guys, I was FBS. It's like 2,000 leverage. 2,000 leverage.
2,000.
If you have like 50 euros in your account, you can place these high leverage trades that just make no sense because like the minute you start to go drawdown, your account is empty.
Yeah.
You get these like bonuses, deposit 200 and you get 100 extra to trade.
Yeah.
But you don't have 100 extra to trade. You just have 100 extra to over leverage yourself.
Yeah.
Essentially, I always went back to LAGFX. That's really my core because I started there learning, and then I tasted every other direction just to see what it's about. And I never used big money for those things because I know they warned me about it. So I'm gonna try it just to see, because you see stories passing by of people making real money, and probably if some of them will have. Yeah. There are always these lucky ones that, crack to the mazes, but I wasn't lucky. That's when I always return and, just learn more about the market. And even now, after 4 years, I'm still learning.
For this testimonial video, I've just got a few different questions I'm going to kind of throw out there, but yeah, just feel free to answer the questions honestly. You don't I said this to Reese, like, you don't have to act professional, like just be you, which I know you do anyway, but just to kind of reiterate. So yeah, I'll just roll out with a couple. So what made you decide to join LAGFX in the first place?
Between all the services that are provided on the internet, the gurus that are around, the professional traders, all the YouTube owners, LAGFX was standouts to me because the transparency, just keeping it real. Like, we're not gonna make you a millionaire in half a year. We don't drive Ferraris, all that stuff. Yeah. Just plain honesty, and also like breaking it down, because you don't want to make me rich. You guys want to learn me how to trade and how the market works. And since then, it's been quite a journey, and I've been learning and learning and learning, and just honing my skills. And that's why you guys just stood out to me, and still do, and we're still evolving. That's one of the main reasons I also stick with you, because of the transparency, the honesty, and just the keeping it real. I think those are three core values that attracts me.
Yeah, it's great to hear, because Reese said the same things, and I think especially for Luke, that's been the mission for both of us. Like, that was Luke's original mission, which he's obviously brought me into, because he went through what he went through. He's like, I just want to be able to give people honest, no bullshit advice and guidance, so that they can avoid going through what I went through, because it can be a beautiful industry.
Yeah, and it reminds me also like the days you and Luke did the casting couch. Those were those, outside of the trading, because you provided a lot of educational videos and so on. But the casting couch, it was like a personal view besides the trading, like the human part around it. I like those videos, because it was real. It was just two blokes just sitting there and discussing about how to take not the market, but everything around, and just the lifestyle, the psychology behind it. Good. And how to deal with the community that you were building.
Yeah, it's so funny those early days, because we just did it in my bedroom. So this is my room that has the couch, and we literally we started here. We had the idea of doing it because we thought it would be good for, like you said, just giving people that raw insight. And then we kind of, in the first couple of videos, got a poster, and then we got 2 posters, and then we're like, fuck it, let's go big. We got the LEDs, the soundproofing.
I just wanted to say, you had this thing against the wall, the just to make better acoustics or something. Yeah.
Every foundation that is now part of the business was built on that couch.
Now, you parted ways for a brief while. You're going to America, Luke remaining in the UK, but essentially going to New Zealand for a short while, and making all these trips. You both went away and had these new experiences, and now combined them, and it's like a LAGFX 2.0 now. Because but it's evolved.
Yeah,
it's not the same anymore. In its heart it's the same, but the exterior is like like puberty is gone, and now it's becoming adult.
Yeah. I really like that, actually. Yeah, it's a really cool analogy of what's happened, because it's so true. It's like, I think, like you say, it's so cool now that we've rekindled, just how much we've grown. So that's a good point. What would you say is like one of the biggest breakthroughs you've had since being part of LAGFX?
I would say the you have, like most traders say, the first years that you trade, you pay this tuition fee, the stacked losses.
Yeah.
Because you win some, but eventually you lose. And like for you not, obviously, but for most traders, you got this tuition fee. And the moment that I got break even and starting to make money, that would be that was a special moment for me. I think I even shared it in the community. Like, I paid my tuition fee. From now on, I'm having profits.
Yeah,
and that's the moment that you realize. Like, it's like yesterday when we had the workshop. At some point, you start doing like drawing things on a chart, and you feel like some things have become a second nature.
Yeah.
And that was the moment for me also that I realized, okay, I've got all this education. I really absorbed it. And now I'm starting to display it for myself to watch. And for me, that was some kind of breakthrough. Like, okay, I'm grasping it.
Yeah.
To even the point where I'm now feeling comfortable enough to like help others.
What's maybe one lesson or one thing that you've learned that's really shifted your mindset in trading? Some people kind of have that one thing that's like a light bulb to them. So for me, that light bulb was like the connection of psychology with trading. To me was like, now I get it.
Yeah, I think more for me it would be I think the first lesson that Luke taught me. I think it's risk management.
Yeah,
because I didn't even know the term at first. You just started doing things on your own without any proper education, or haven't even watched the YouTube vid.
Yeah.
And I think that's the first, because I was in this losing trade.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first things. Luke, okay, and how's your risk management? And it's like, what?
What's that word?
What is risk management? And I know that he, in the Telegram chat, he pinned the post of the risk management with the formula, everything around it to calculate your stop loss. That always, lingered on.
Okay.
Like, that was the first thing he really said to me. Like, and then I started to make those connections. Like, okay, risk management, and then it all ties together. But there are so many good lessons I've had that really helped me.
Yeah.
But that was the first lesson, actually, and then that. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, it's a good one to start with as well, I must say.
Yeah.
How would you say your trading has improved since joining LAGFX?
Since joining, now at least I know what I'm doing. That's a big plus. My trading has improved in a matter of sense that I know now what I'm doing and how to form a bias as where I think price should come. And those are things that before that I'm just gambling. Actually, it was just gambling, because you said, oh yeah, I think price will go up or down, but just as simple as that. It was just black and white, but forex isn't black and white. It's a real gray area with
There's
so
a lot more
much
to
nuance.
it, right? Yeah. What would you say to somebody who was thinking of joining LAGFX and maybe had doubts? What would you say to somebody in that scenario?
If you have doubts, the best thing you can do is just open up a demo account and try to practice what they preach. You can go into the VIP and just follow Luke's signals, and they're good, but it's much better to take this information that is handed to you and just try it out on a demo account and just see where it gets you. I think the results speak for themselves. Mm-hmm. That would be my advice. But like for new people, then I would recommend just watch the YouTube videos, like even the earlier ones. And that's how I got drew in, just see these guys are just being themselves. They're just honest, normal guys that like to trade. I would refer most of them to your YouTube channel. In the Sunday sessions, it's like these, like you said it earlier, it's like this cheat code for people that are not paying for a VIP service. You still get to see what Luke and you from time to time are thinking about the markets. Why not trying to piggyback on that analysis? I believe the first successful trade, while I wasn't a member yet, it was a gold trade that you put out in the Sunday sessions as well. You were like watching this huge YCAF setup getting like forming, the uptrust has happened, and you were like, the downfall could happen any moment. And I made good money on that trade.
No.
And then that was one like click, yeah, okay, I need to be a member with these guys. I can learn something here. By watching the YouTube videos, you can see things, you can see how it all plays out. Okay. And as I said, the results speak for themselves. So
let's say take it back now. Let's rewind 2 years. How would you say your confidence in trading has changed since, before being part of LAGFX to now?
Before being part, I was actually more oblivious. Just oblivious because oblivious of the risk I was taking.
Yeah. And
oblivious of like what I was doing. When I started learning how it really works, then my confidence, it tumbled, it crashed down because yes. I was like, whoa, actually I got very lucky with some trades that I just didn't lose all my money.
Yeah.
And I knew there was a long way to go. So the confidence in the beginning was actually quite low, but in time it's really started to grow and solidify just by learning more and more. And that's how I landed here now, feeling confident enough to, help others in the process, pointing out, like giving a second opinion if somebody shares a trade, or, just be giving an honest review, because I know that I've gathered a lot of information mm-hmm. and processed it and I understand it. So it gives me the confidence to also share it, because having confidence in trading is one thing, but having confidence in sharing knowledge, that's something very different.
The natural curve of mastery, where it talks about how, like you stated, whenever you start anything, there's 4 stages. And the first stage is uninformed optimism. So you're excited about doing this thing. You have no idea how it works, what you're doing, but it's working and you're really happy.
No.
And then you have uninformed pessimism, where now what you once thought this thing was, you now start to face a few challenges. And you're like, wait a minute, this isn't what I thought it was. This is harder. Now, because you've noticed it's got harder and you've kind of lost a bit of motivation, you're pessimistic, you realize now how little you know. Or the more you start to learn, the more you realize how little you know. So phase 3 then goes into informed pessimism, where you're still not getting the results you want, but you're more informed, so you can start taking the right steps to getting into the right place. And then ultimately you eventually come into phase 4, which is informed optimism, where now you know what you're doing, you know why you didn't get results, you've found the fix, you've put the solutions in place, and now you're finally good at this. And unfortunately, for each person, these phases can last weeks, months, years. And what do you think about, obviously the Forex development program is still really new. You know, we're only a month, 2 months into really launching and running it. From what you've seen so far, what do you think about it? What do you think about the Forex development program?
I think it's a great opportunity for new traders to have a structured approach into how to learn to trade. Now you got these, it's a customized training program with support, because you can read supply and demand and you can read it again and actually not understand it. Not everybody has the same intelligence level. I have to read something 5 times maybe just to understand it, while another person can glance it and then have the same result.
Yeah.
And I think this program eliminates that barrier, because now it's approachable for everybody. Mm-hmm. And everybody at his own pace. You have all these little boxes that we can tick off green, like the basics, the history, and it's all very structured. And you get these like one-on-one support when you don't understand something. And I think there's real value in that for seasoned traders as new traders, because now I'm like stage 2, and there were still a few things that I knew about it, but actually I haven't really looked into it.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I completed a few gaps into my basic knowledge.
Right.
After trading for 4 years, I found out I have these gaps in my knowledge, and now I filled them out. Okay, move on to the next level, and then we see another few things, new things that I also haven't looked into. Mm-hmm. And it's really good because it really completes me now. Yeah, now in the next level 3, most of the stuff will be new to me.
Yeah.
But also Forex related, but it's something on your own you would never, you're not gonna go on an evening, and I'm gonna watch a YouTube video on how brokers work. No, you got a broker, he does things for you, you trash them, and then you go on. But now you have this in-depth learning process, and I think it's a very good initiative, and I think it will benefit as well the traders as the community itself, because the higher the level of knowledge in the community, the higher our standards will be. Yeah, and that's why I think this program is very good, and also because it's something that really lacks in this industry.
Yeah,
you got a lot of mentors, gurus, but there is I never encountered somebody with like this real program.
What do you think about the community side of it as well? So also having that thing for yourself to learn and develop, but then also tying in this idea of community, competitions, challenges, team spirit, team morale. What's your take on that as well?
I think it's beneficial to everybody, because like most people say, normally it's a lonely game.
Yeah.
You don't have to be friends with everybody, but you got these peers from all different ages, countries, beliefs. And we're all working together on one thing, like gaining more profits or more capital and trying to learn something. And it's one thing that unites all the community members, because we're all there for one reason, and learn about Forex and become good at it.
Yeah.
And I think as a community, you try to uplift each other. Just try to make each other the best version of him or herself. And I think it's so important, because even you always get these weeks when, lost again. You get these weeks when you
right.
just can't seem to do anything right. And in that moment, I think it's very important that you have this place to vent, just to say, guys, it's not working out, I'm doing something wrong. And that's when the community steps in and okay, let's reassess, what are you doing and why are you doing it, and just try to improve. And there's a real strength to be found there. Mm-hmm. One of also the big breakthroughs, I think, was when the Telegram channel was transformed from like this one-way street of information from you and Luke to an open community.
Yeah.
Like you saw all these members and all, and you can heart or fire or whatever emoji, and then there was just this moment that everybody could talk to each other and mm-hmm. share ideas, and that was also, in my opinion, one very big defining moment of LAGFX. Just that's the moment it started to transform, climb out of that cocoon to become a butterfly, something like that.
Yeah, it just blossomed from there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, awesome. What are your goals in the next few years? What do you hope to achieve through this avenue, through LAGFX, but also just by yourself? Like, where do you want to be?
That's a good question. Actually, in life, I'm already where I want to be, because I've got a nice house. I've got my family. We live good. The only goal me and my wife now has to have a real pool. We already have a pool.
Yeah.
But it's a standing pool. I don't know.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
And we want to have a proper pool.
Yeah. Like,
so
built into the ground.
That's our next goal. But for the rest, like forex wise, I want to improve my trading even more. I have set these goals in my Forex Genie. I started with a small amount now in the Mamonex account. And actually, I want to make 10K out of it. And one of the other goals I had was, I think for this year, try to have 3 clients. Nice. 3 clients that I can start up in the development program, and have as an ID in Mamonex.
Nice, exciting.
That's a personal goal I've set.
Yeah.